Hello and welcome. Today I would like to talk about Prac Addiction, Part 2. So I have to make an announcement. Unfortunately, a week ago I posted a video on Prac Addiction about dealing with it, and I didn't follow my own advice. And now I am a proud owner of a Russian Flames of War army. Yes. How best to put it, I failed. I failed to fight the addiction. But I'm glad, because honestly, it's just more wargaming, and Flames of War is a system that I was interested in from the beginning. It was a very complex system, but so let's see with version 4, the 4th edition, how things go. I've always been a fan of the Russians particularly, one because of their little tank swarms. I've always liked that. Two, I've always identified them in a personal capacity as well. They were pretty much instrumental in World War II. You can debate either way, but the biggest two, the two most defining battles of World War II were D-Day and were Stalingrad. Those two. Either way, I didn't go for a swarm of guys. I didn't go for like an infantry battalion or the rifle battalion, whatever you want to call it. I went for a tank battalion. A whole bunch of T-34s, a couple of T-70s, and some lovely, lovely IS-2s. I love those things. So once I get my models up and running, I'll maybe give you a bit more of a review on it. Might even do an unboxing. The models were purchased from Plastic Soldier Company in the UK. So I'll probably do a review on their quality once I have everything up and running. What else to say about Flames of War? Look, I've always been a World War II fanatic. As a kid I used to read about strategies, I used to look at battle maps, how battles unfolded, what strategies were used, what forces were there, across all theatres, Western, Eastern, Northern, and the North African theatre specifically. Besides that, one reason I never actually got into World War II before was that, and this is still a really, really honest reason, because World War II is sick. Okay, what happened there was really not a game. The more you learn about it, the more you think about it, it's actually it is disgusting. And I struggled to justify to myself to ever get into World War II miniature wargaming, as it's pretty much recreating very, very real scenarios, very real to me. I mean, it's not like my country was spared at all. Many of my people died in death camps. So to see that as a game kind of, I think, does a disservice to everyone who actually gave their lives in the war. Those who actually fought Nazism and tried to liberate those people. So that is one of the reasons why I never got into World War II gaming earlier. I was always interested in the actual background and the history behind it, but I guess I still have a little bit of that stigma today, and it's easy in areas where World War II wasn't that too eventful to joke about it, to play about it, but yeah, it's just difficult to actually get into everything behind it. It just wasn't the most glamorous of conflicts. None of them are. No historical conflict is without its own tragedies and despicable behavior. But World War II, yeah, World War I in particular as well. Again, another conflict I was not really a fan of. I remember when World War II games were quite popular. I always wondered, why does no one actually do a World War I game? And I know EA did it recently with Battlefield 1, But before that, when I actually delved deep into World War One, it's also shocking. And what what really got me was where it's why was World War Two better received and deemed like easier to visualize and make games out of than World War One, which was just as equally sick, maybe a little bit more, but to each their own, depending on where you're from and which side you're on. But yeah, overall, it's still a very difficult thing to talk about, and for a lot of people. But let's put that aside here. Let's enjoy some Flames of War. I'll definitely be tackling it properly. I'm expecting 4th edition books sometime next week or thereabouts. I'll give a full review on them when I do receive them. Remember, I'm a noob to this. I haven't done Flames of War any other edition. I've looked at it a little bit during 3rd edition, but never really got into it. But now, with a couple of friends going into it, I was forced into it. I don't really mind it. I like a lot of the models. I've always liked the smaller scale stuff. And yeah, I'll give you my thoughts on that pretty soon. Anyways, cheers, have a good day. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe below and follow this channel. Cheers, bye.